Bum bum ba bum bum ba 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 ba. I don't want to sing any more of this song because I'm gonna get copyright stricken. Are you singing? Do you want to sing some more? Good. Hi, it's me, Jojo. Oh my gosh, can you believe that it's time for another Olympics? What? I feel like the summer ones just happened, and frankly, I'm not hearing anybody talk about that the Winter Olympic opening ceremony is this Friday, February 4th. Maybe it's because I don't watch NBC or I haven't streamed a lot of Peacock content. Maybe they're advertising heavily there, but I feel like no one in my realm of friends or family have been talking about the Olympics. But I really like the Olympics. I really like watching in the background while I'm working or studying or doing the dishes. China is hosting again this year. They hosted the Summer Olympics in 2008. I've actually been to those facilities, side note, and they were huge and magnificently beautiful. So maybe we'll see those again this Olympics. But I am just so excited for the Winter Olympics. And hot take, or cold take, maybe because it's the winter, I prefer the Winter Olympics. There are less sports. I think the sports are more entertaining to watch. People are genuinely doing like flips and crazy stuff. Oh my gosh, it's amazing. So I got to thinking, I want to talk about these winter sports, but I want to do it in a way that feels accessible to everybody. And so I want to rank all 15 Winter Olympic sports solely based on the fact of how comfortable or how much I would want to wear the outfit they have to put on to compete in their sport. So I've done some Googling, some light research, and I have figured out, at least as far as my, surface level Googling can tell me, what athletes wear in each of these 15 sports. So I'm gonna tell you what they wear, and then I'm going to group them into categories and rank them. One more thing before I get into my list. I'm only going to be ranking these sport outfits based solely on what is put on the body and the feet. I felt like the majority of these sports have some type of headwear, whether that's a helmet or goggles and a hat and gloves, because they're winter sports. So I'm disregarding anything on the hands and the head. I'm simply talking about what I have to hoist up my leg and onto my torso. Okay, glad we're on the same page. So in your mind right now, are you thinking like, oh, what winter sports are there? Well, let me tell you. The first sport in alphabetical order is alpine skiing. That is skiing where you're going downhill on a course and you're either going between flags or like down a course as fast as you can. I wasn't really sure. So in alpine skiing, you're wearing a full like spandex looking bodysuit that is wrist to ankle, probably zips up. And then you have ski boots on, which if you've never skied are these clunky big boots that you slide your foot into and then you buckle them closed. I imagine all these pro athletes have top of the line equipment. So let's say they're really easy to put on, but they're still clunky ski boots. Okay, next is biathlon, which is cross-country skiing mixed with shooting targets. For them, they also wear a bodysuit and ski boots. They have different types of skis, but again, I'm not getting into that. Third on the list, and knowledge gap alert, did you know that it's bobsleigh and not bobsled? I'm sure saying bobsled is acceptable, like we all say bobsled, but it's bobsleigh on the Olympic website. If it's spelled bobsleigh but it's pronounced bobsled and I'm just an idiot, cool. Bobsleigh, if you're not familiar, is where you have teams of 2 or 4 in a sled or a sleigh, and then you run at the top of the course and you jump into your sled, and then you're basically coasting down this ice course thing, and whoever gets the fastest time wins. They have a bodysuit that is like capri length, and then they have these special designed shoes similar to track and field sneakers where you have spikes in the bottom that dig into the ice so that they can run really fast before they jump into the sled thing. Quick note, Adidas, or Adidas if you're in Europe, has such a grip on the ice sport market that they're the only company that designs pro bobsleigh shoes. So if you're an entrepreneur wanting to look into a niche market that's currently monopolized, maybe bobsleigh shoes is where you want to get into? I don't know, just a thought. So fourth on the list, we have cross-country skiing, which is basically like the marathon of the Winter Olympics, right? You're doing long distances, up and down hills, in the middle of nowhere, skiing. Like above is a full bodysuit and ski boots. Nothing too crazy. Next on the list, we have curling, And curling is where things really take a turn. If you're not familiar, it's kind of like bocce ball or shuffleboard on ice. You can wear whatever you want as long as the pants are stretchy and you can do this like lunge pose and the top is comfortable. I saw a lot of polos, I saw a lot of color. Actually, the Norwegian team is like notorious for these crazy colored pants and like crazy outfits. And then for shoes, they have these specially designed sneakers where one of the soles on one of your feet is slick, like so you can slide really easily, and then another shoe is like a normal rubber sole so you have more control. So stretchy outfit and special shoes. Next on our list, we have figure skating. It's the gymnastics of the Winter Olympics. It's people doing crazy stunts on ice. So figure skating outfits, as I'm sure you're familiar, are kind of like dance adjacent, right? They usually have tights and some kind of dress or some type of flowy top, but it's usually pretty form-fitting and very artistic and sequin-y. And then they also have ice skates. So fancy outfit and skates. Okay, next we have freestyle skiing. Skiers are going down hills, but then they go off of a ramp and do tricks and flips. Because the nature of their sport is less about speed and more about, you know, needing to move and contort your body in all these different shapes to pull off all these flips, they get to wear a separated ski suit or a two-piece ski suit that kind of looks like what a layperson like me would wear to the slopes. Basically, you have ski pants and a ski coat, probably on the lighter side, and then ski boots. Eighth on the list is ice hockey. If you've never watched ice hockey, basically it's tons of padding and then some shorts and a jersey and then skates. So that's hockey. Next on the list, we have luge, which is bobsleigh if it was just like a flat sled and then you're going down feet first on this same kind of course, this like big ice course. And similar, again, to bobsleigh, they have these bodysuits and special Adidas shoes. Are we surprised? No. These shoes, however, do not have spikes on the bottom because they start the course seated on the sleigh, I think, and they use their hands to propel them to start down the course. So their gloves are the spiky things. Here's a picture of them. They look insane. But again, we're not talking about gloves. So in this case, we'd have to put on a bodysuit and booties. That's right, Tarzan. Good paying attention. Okay, 10th on the list, 2/3 of the way through, is Nordic combined, which is a skiing sport. And it combines cross-country skiing, which I've already talked about, and ski jumping, which I'll get into later. And the way that Nordic combined works is that everybody that's competing does a ski jump, and then based on the distance that they land and whoever's first to last is when they start the cross-country skiing part. So if I go off the ramp and I land and I'm 100 meters, I don't know if that's good or bad, and if I'm 100 meters and I'm the farthest jumper, then I start the race. And then let's say the second place jumper got like 96 meters or whatever, then they would start so many seconds behind the first place jumper. And then it's just a race to the finish, and whoever finishes first wins. So Nordic Combined has two outfits: cross-country skiing outfit, bodysuit and ski boots, and then the ski jump outfit, which I'll talk about in just a bit. 11th on the list is short track speed skating. Before yesterday, I didn't know that there were two types of speed skating. So short track speed skating was the one that I was familiar with. It's a bunch of people in packs of, I think, 6 skaters in heats, and then it's like a race, like a sprint. They have a bodysuit on, as you would expect, as well as specially designed skates where the blades are long and flat, I think, so you have more friction and more traction on the ice. And then because they're racing next to a bunch of other people, they have to wear additional padding for safety. So bodysuit, protective equipment, and skates. That's short track speed skating. Speed skating, or long track speed skating, is a race against the clock. It's whoever can do a distance in a certain amount of time. I think normally there's 1 or 2 people on the ice. And since they're not racing against other people at the same time that they're going, they are just in a full bodysuit, usually goes up over your head. So it's like a hooded bodysuit and skates. Almost done. Skeleton is very similar to luge in that it's one person going down an ice course, but in this case, they're going head first. So I'm not sure if their shoes or their gloves have spikes in this instance, but you better believe it's designed by Adidas. Again, like luge, they have a bodysuit and booties. Penultimately, we have ski jumping. Skiers go down a hill and then off a ramp, and then it's like whoever lands the farthest wins. Because they're not necessarily going for speed, they're more going for aerodynamics, I think. They have like a squishier suit. It's not necessarily skin tight like a lot of these other suits that we're seeing, but it's like this thicker material, like several millimeters thick. They probably have their base layer, like most of these other sports, you have like a base layer of like long underwear or whatever, and then you slip this on over it and it zips up. And then Because it's skiing, they have ski boots. And lastly, very similar to freestyle skiing that I talked about earlier, is snowboarding. Again, they're doing tricks, they're doing flips, they need a lot of range of movement. So they are wearing a two-piece ski suit, which is pants and a coat. From what I could tell, it looks like their outfits are like thicker, or they have more layers on maybe. They definitely look the warmest out of all these athletes, I'll say. And then on top of their outfit, they have snowboarding boots. So those are all the sports. Those are what they wear. I'm sure you noticed a lot of them are very similar. So I have condensed my list of 15 sports into 8 outfit variations. And I'm going to rank those 8 outfit variations, and in doing so, the 15 sports, solely based on their outfit and how likely it is that I would want to wear it / how comfortable I would be doing my sport. In last place, the only sport where you have to wear not 1, but 2 outfits, Nordic combined. You have to wear a ski jump outfit and a cross country skiing outfit. No thanks, I don't want to have to change in the middle of the day. So Nordic combined comes in at dead last. Okay, next on my list is hockey, because that just seems like a lot of effort. You have to wear pads, you have to wear a whole base layer, you have to put on your jersey, and then you have to put on your shorts, and then your socks, and then your skates. And that just seems like so much effort. I know it's for safety. I've watched a lot of hockey. Those athletes can take some hard hits and they fall and trip and whatever. But ew, that seems like it would take a long time getting ready. All right, number 6 on my list is short track speed skating. Remember, short track, you're competing against other people. So like hockey, you have to wear padding. And that just seems like a lot of extra time to have to put on your shin guards and your knee guards and then your whole bodysuit and then your skates. You know what I just realized is that short track speed skating and hockey are both contact sports, and I'm pretty sure none of the other sports are contact sports. So if that's indicative of anything, it's that I don't want to come into contact with anybody if I'm doing any sport. Okay, number 5 on my list is figure skating. I just don't want to have to deal with the tights and like the outfits and the sparkle, and it just seems like a lot of effort that you have to put into looking pristine and nice just to go out on the ice and like give it your all and do spins and jumps and spin in a circle a bajillion times in a row. Plus I feel like you would be so cold, and I know you're indoors, but they have to keep the ice frozen right underneath you, and then as soon as you get off the ice you have to like put those things on your skates to walk on the ground. It just seems like a lot of effort. So figure skating, number 5. Okay, number 4 is all the sports where you wear a bodysuit and some type of bootie or ski boot or whatever. So that includes alpine skiing, bobsleigh, speed skating, like long form, cross-country skiing, skeleton, biathlon, and luge. That was in a weird order, but that's just the order that my brain wrote them down in. Those bodysuits seem like they would be really fun to compete in, like you wouldn't have anything hindering you. And then when you have to spend all this time outside, because most of these sports are outside actually, I think all of them except for speed skating are outside, then you have to like stand around in the cold and you're nothing but this like slick speed suit. In doing my research, I actually learned that some of these bodysuits weigh as little as 7 ounces, half a pound. Can you imagine you're going out to compete in like cross-country skiing and you're about to ski like however many kilometers and you're just in an outfit that weighs half a pound, like total? I cannot imagine. I would be freezing. I know that's like an endurance sport or whatever, but ugh, that sounds awful. Number 3, we're getting to the top 3, folks. The bronze in outfits of the Winter Olympics that I would personally want to wear is freestyle skiing and snowboarding. That's right, the 2-piece ski suit comes in at number 3. I picked this as number 3 because it has a lot of ease of movement when you have it on. It also would keep you warm out on the slopes, and you can just slide it on whatever your base layer is, and that seems really nice. Plus this outfit I feel like has the best ease of transition between like being outside on the slopes and then coming inside, because they can just take the coat off and wear their base layer, and then they're not overheating inside, but they're still warm outside. Seems pretty great. Okay, the silver goes to ski jumping. Ski jumping, the squishy bodysuit, that seems to me really comfortable, but still keeping warm if I was outside, and seems pretty easy to slip on because it's not skin tight. A little bit trickier than the freestyle skiing and the snowboarding, but honestly, it just seems like it would be like a whoop whoop, and then you know, put it on your wrists and then you're good to go. That seems really fun to me also. Like, I want to wear that. I want to wear that. I want to wear a squishy ski suit. Now, would I ever actually ski jump? Heck no, but all the power to those people that do that. Okay, and number 1, the gold, if you haven't already figured it out, is curling. Any sport that I could just show up in some stretchy pants and whatever I want on top, and then slip the right sneakers on, and you're good to go. I'm in. I feel like curling is also the only sport where these people could walk into a grocery store and no one would bat an eye. No one would bat an eye. It looks like they're just wearing an outfit. So there you have it. Those are my rankings of the Olympic sports. What do you think? Where did I go wrong? What outfits would you want to wear? Comment below. I want to know what you think. And I want to know, are you going to watch the Olympics this year? I don't want to be alone in watching it. So let me know. If you liked what you saw, please give this video a thumbs up and go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I'm trying to make weekly content for you all, and I want you to stick around to see it. With that, everybody, enjoy watching the Winter Olympics this year. I'll be cheering on Team USA because I'm an American, and happy sporting. That is all I have for you. I will see you next week. Bye!